Hello everyone, very good morning. Welcome from Typical, and today is our day 2 training, and we are going to see some basics field with basic views, that is tree, form and search, with some important parameters and view structures field. So here what we have seen, let me take you to the screen of Odoo. What we have seen, we have created one model, that is training structure. We added some standard field, that is name, email, phone number, date of birth, and we seen that we did not add any search view, but still we were able to search with the name field, so it is by default fields of Odoo, that is given by Odoo itself. And now we are going to see what's the next. We are going to see we have added character type field, and now we will add some other data type field, that is text, datetime, integer, float, HTML and binary, and some access right. Yesterday we have added the access right from setting directly due to time constraint, but today we will see how we can add our own CSV file where we can define all the new models access control into that CSV file. Okay, and that will cover the very first part of the access right. There are total 4 levels of security in Odoo. This is the one of them, that is model level security. Okay, so let me go to the editor. Okay. Here we have added date, name, email, phone, date of birth. Now what are the other things that we can add into the training registration? The main important thing, that is training period, so that will be data type of date. So training, either we can give start date, end date, or we can say training start, training end. If you also want to specify the training time too, but if training is more than 1 day, so it's better just to keep the time date field only, and the time we will take it separate. So start, okay, okay, and we can add some comment for the attendee. So I will take one note field or text field, we can say field store text, let's say not, and one more field that we can say the photo of train user. So here we can say image or profile is dot binary, profile picture, okay. We can add addresses as well. So for address we can, I will write here some comment here, address info, okay, and then I will write some field, that is called street fields dot character, we can call, there are two fields on address 1 and address 2, so we can say street and hello, am I audible to everyone? Please write in the comment if anybody not able to hear me. Let me go to the YouTube setting and check. Can you hear me, guys? Perfect. Screen is visible. Okay, good. We'll take some. Right now, we are not using any Odoo standard fields to as the address, but later on when we will add some relational field, we will see how we can optimize the code and how we can use some Odoo standard base module functionality to optimize our code and to retain with the standard of Odoo. So for now, as a scratch module, we are starting. We are not having any dependency or any relational field of Odoo standard module. So I'm just adding this address informations for our registration part of any student or any attendee. So we will try to take all the basic fields, that is city, then we will state, country and zip. Oh yes. Let me increase the font size. Visible this font, or should I increase more? Is that okay? comment. So we have take city, state, country, and zip code. And one more thing, one more important thing we need to take care. When you take the technical field, make sure all the technical fields are in small letter. Do not take title case or capital fields. This is Odoo standard technical and the programming concept. Your variable should be very in a small variable. Okay. So I will take here zip, country, okay, and then state, city. Okay, so these are my address info. Here I can give a comment, general information, and keep the habit of making some comment on different sections of field that will highlight to other developers, and it will make your code very cleaner, and whenever you will see, you will easily understand which section is related to which information. Okay, so better adding this information. So now let's add these fields into our view. We will to update our form view. So I will go back to the form view. Here what we have added: name, email, and date of birth. So here I will take two sections of group. I want to have a left and right side. Right now, let me take you to the Firefox. Our fields are only our fields are taking the whole screen, so I want to divide the screen in two sections. So I will make a section with the help of groups, and we will add some field in a different sections. So let's go back to the editor. And here I will create two sections. So these two sections you can create by making two groups inside the main group. Okay, so I have created two group, one group 1, and this is group 2. Okay, and this is our main group which is inside the form view. So I will add all these fields under the main group. You can also increase the font size here as well. So let me check if you can increase the font size here. Okay. Here I will add the address and the training start and date information. Or I can copy all these fields. I just need to rename the name. Training start, training end, comment and profile. For comment we will add outside the group to have a better layout, but right now for the information purpose I am going to add here. Then we will improve our form view layout. Okay. I will add one more section here. that is again main group, and I will divide the bottom part into section also, like we have added the upper part. But before we run this next address part, let's see how it looks like after adding this field and our screen is divided in two sections or not. Okay, so let me restart the service, and I'm not redirecting to the terminal. It is the same thing that yesterday we seen that, but if you want to see how I restart my service with terminal, let me show that screen as well. Okay, Control C, the current service will be stopped. Enter. So here I am upgrading the module from terminal itself, so I don't need to go to apps and need to upgrade the module. So it will auto upgrade with the command line itself. So now see how it works. Okay, so here we can see the screen is divided in two sections, but we can make this layout more better. And this profile picture usually comes under a main area, either right or left side, so we'll move that part outside the group section. And in Odoo we can use the sheet tag or the sheet command to give the better layout to your screen. That will give a page layout to the form view. Right now we can see our view is attached with the background screen, so if we want to separate it with the existing screen, we can use one command. Let me show you. I will take you to the editor first, and then here inside the form we can apply one tag that is called sheet. Okay, and now I will start the service again. And as we have changed the XML file, so we also need to upgrade the module, but I have restarted and upgraded with the same command in the terminal. So I'll just need to refresh to see that it reflects or not. Yes, so let me take you to the Firefox. Okay, now we can see the sheet is applied, so this screen is look better than the previous one. So we can use sheet to have this screen on the center part, and it will look like a notebook page. Okay, and then we will add a comment field, and we will change the position of this profile picture, and we will add the address detail on the right side or left side. So, and before we add them, we should also have the title of each section. So let's start adding the section title. Let me back to the editor. Here inside the group, you can give the group name is also important, and string. So name could be just in a small letter, because it will treat like as a variable, and the importance of this name I will explain you when we will use some inherit of views. In that case, this name parameter is very important while we are searching some properties or the elements of existing view of existing module into a new module. In that case, that will help you to reach out to the XPath properly. So this group we can call a general info, and we can give a string something like general detail or general information. And here under this group I will give name equals to other info. Sorry, name will be in a small letter. I made a mistake. Other info, and string would be this one, other info. And now in the next section we will add our address detail. Similarly, we have created two sections of group under bottom area, and here I will add the fields of address detail. That is state, state 2, city, state, country, and zip. And here we can give the group name as a address info, and the label as address info. This group section on right side we will keep it blank as at this moment, as we have no extra field. And let's see the output right now with this information, with the title of groups. I will restart the service and will upgrade the module as well from terminal itself. And now I am on the Firefox. Let me refresh. Address info goes outside the screen, so maybe we have added after the sheet this information. So let's correct it first. Yes, our sheet tag must be ended here. So whenever you face this kind of error or this kind of layout, you need to make sure your code is properly added inside the sheet. I'll restart and upgrade again. So now these informations are added, and these groups layout looks more better than earlier, and we have the title of each section that we have added under the groups. Now what I will do is I will move the note section Now I will move the note section outside the group to look at the bottom area, and will move the picture part on the top side. Okay, so let's go back to the editor again. And profile photo will move outside the group. So here I will edit. Okay, let's see how it looks now. I will restart and create model again. So it's so we have moved the comment field on the bottom area and the image on the top side. And this, when you add any binary field, if you want to make it as an image, then there is one widget called image that we will use it, so we can see the picture that you upload. Otherwise it will treat as a binary file. So let's see by adding the widgets. There are standard widgets that we can use. Under the image I can apply widget equal to image. And there is also one more standard widget, that is widget equal to email. If we apply this, then whenever you click on this email address in the record, it will open your mailbox of your configured mailbox of your system to write an email to this person. And I will restart and update. upload some image and I will create some record that is okay. Now we can improve our tree view by adding some important information that we have added now. But in tree view we need to make sure that we will only add some summarize field that we can add. Summarize field in the sense those are very important and highlighted information that you want to show. Otherwise, if you add all the fields in tree view, it will look like messy. So make sure to keep clean your tree view with important information only. So at this moment, do we see any informations? We can add the training start and end date if you want. Otherwise, that is not required to be added, and city also is fine. Now we can add the selection field right now to have the different stages, a view of different stages into the system. So how that we can apply is, we can create one selection field here. Field spot selection. So for now I will just add a couple of stages, that is a draft, or we can call it new, in progress, and completed and cancelled. So we can add something like this: draft. I will show my editor. Okay. Draft. So in the selection field, the format data type is list of tuples. So I have taken very first as a list, and inside the list we have different tuples. So and we can give the value in a key and value. It's like we give in the dictionary format with key and value format, but here you need to give it in a tuples with the comma separate. So the very first one state is draft, the second is in progress, third one is completed. Fourth one I can take it as a cancel. So whenever you take selection field, make sure the left side value is considered as a key and keep them as a small letters, and the right side value is the letters, so keep them in a title case, because that will be displayed on the screen. When you select them, it will display on the screen. And what title or the label of this field we should give here, that will be state, or we can call it as a status. Okay, and now I am going to take this field on the XML file. Let's add in the very first section, or then we can edit here. I will restart and update from terminal, as there is a change in XML also, UI in XML. Okay, we have this state is different. Maybe we have to change the field name, because we have two field names with the same name. We can give this as a state info. Later this state info will be converted to state ID, because we are going to use Odoo standard field, that is a real state which is many to one. So to bifurcate this field, I am just changing the label of this in this state field to differentiate, or we can get state address. This will become state info, and this is state itself. Okay. State info, I just rename this field name, and this state field is as it is, because there is a very important things that we need to keep this field name as a state itself, because to use some conditional parameter or the visibility of some buttons that we will add later, that will be works with some conditions, and it will be good if we take this field as a state field. Otherwise we have to use some extra parameter or extra check to make the visibility and invisibility of the fields. So it's better to keep the state field. I will tell you the importance once we will use some the importance parameter that attached or associated with this name. Okay, so let me restart. Let's go back to the browser. Everyone able to hear me, or everybody has the problem in listening? Let me see the chat. NJ audio. So here we have added the state field, and we can see there is a list of fields that we have added in the selection on the right part, that are the labels new, in progress, completed and cancelled. Okay, but if you want to set some default value of set when you create a record, in that case you should use some default parameter, that is the attributes of field. So let me edit first. We'll go back to the PyCharm editor, and here I will set a default parameter here. Default equals to draft. So whenever we will create the record, our status will be the draft for each and every record created in the system. Okay, so I will restart, upgrade, and in the Firefox you can see okay. Now when I create a new record, you can see by default the new state is auto set here. Okay, so let's create a new test user, and for now I will simply save it. But in Odoo there is some widget that you can use. Those are very important to keep your status or state of records on top of the screen. So for that we can use a widget of status bar widget in Odoo. So for that how we can do that, let's see together. Let me take you to the editor first. Okay, and now here outside the profile I will add one header section. Under the header section we can take a field, that is our field name. Field name is state itself, and widget equal to status bar. Okay, and restart the service and upgrade time. Do you notice there is some warning? You can see when we restart the service, this is coming just because of we did not define a description parameter to our model. So when we will do some next changes, we will add the description, so we will avoid these warnings from the system. Okay, so let's go back to the Firefox. Now the state disappear like this, but I think I have made some mistake in widget name. So let me go back to the editor. take the reference from Odoo. Move the field. What is the field name here? This is state. Okay. Let's see where the state field is defined. This is the statement ID. This is preview. Scroll down. Okay. Widget equal to status bar. So we have given correct. Name equal to status, widget equal to status bar. So why it is look like this? Name equal to state, widget equal to status bar. Yes. To this header must be outside the sheet. Then and then this status bar widget will reflect and it will be outside the screen. So I will restart. I restarted and upgraded. There are few more parameters that we need to give to look more better, to look like more better this status field. But I believe there is some trouble in screen, either in voice or in the resolution of screen, because many people are facing this problem from comment and message I see. Let me find out a solution for that. Maybe it's a default camera issue. Let's take a break of 5 minutes and then we will resume with the next thing for In that we will see some filters and group by of search view, and we'll also improve the status field. Okay, so that we will cover, and we will add some float, integer, and HTML binary field. If it's, we can cover it today, otherwise we will also add those fields in tomorrow sections. Okay, so let's resume in 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. Hello everyone, I'm back now. So let's see that we have added one stat field, and now we are going to add some important groups and filters. But to use the group and filters, we have the fields or not. Let's see. In the fields we can use the status field as a filter to group or differentiate our different registration in a separate state. So let's add the search view for this. I will go back to the PyCharm editor. I will add new view, that is search view. Okay, and in the search view, if we list out all those fields, those are with the character or string or many to one, so you will be able to search your data based on that fields also. So we'll keep right now these fields as a standard search field, so it will give you the possibility to search with these fields, like we were earlier only able to search with the name only. So it will open the search for all these fields. And now we are going to add the filters for the state with a different status of the record, so we can bifurcate the different registration with different states. So let me take the filter we can take with the filter tag. Here is also the name, the name is also important on the filter, like we have given the name in the group, that can be used either in the actions or in other XPath of next views. So I will give the filter name is like a status draft, and here we can apply the conditions where we can write state equal to draft. And the string that will appear on the section of filter, we can call it new or draft, whatever we want to write. So let's see the first this status is appear or not. Once it appear, we will add the rest status into the search view. I have restarted and updated the module. Meanwhile, we will move to the Firefox screen. So now if I write something here, we are able to search the text into all these fields, 4 fields that we have added in the search view. So if I write something and I will search for email, so there is one email with which is start with test, it is this text. And under the filter we have added one filter, that is new. So if I click here, I will be listed with the record which are in the status new. So let's open it and see if it's in a new status. Yeah, it's in new. Now I need to remove this field from this second place, otherwise this view will not look better like we are expecting. So let me take you to the editor first. Okay, because we have a status field in two places. One is at here, we need to remove it as we have moved it on the stage and the header space. Then there is the search, yes, here. So I will add the filters for the rest status. Draft, then it is in progress, completed and cancel. And let's see what are the key value that we have given in the registration. In progress, completed and cancel. So I will give here in progress, completed, cancel. Okay, this is cancel. And here I will also rename the labels and the filters. Progress, completed, okay. So let's restart now and see how it works. We'll restart the service and we'll also upgrade the module. But the label is not changed, so let me quickly go to this editor. We have not changed the label of this date, so it should be in progress. Completed. Cancel. Okay. Then we start upgrade and Firefox. It's taking too much time to upgrade. Okay, so let's see now. Does it change? Yeah, here we can see there is a changes reflected. All the status that we have listed with different filter are there. Okay, but group by we will not add it now, as we have not added any relational many to one field. So whenever we will cover the relational field that is many to one, then we will see the group by how it works. Okay, and for now we can see how we can add our standard field in the search view and how you can create a filter. Filter is conditional fields, conditional filter where you can apply some condition. Those fields you can take as a filter, like we have applied a status, or you can apply some many to one field as a conditional field if there is some conditions that you can easily define through the domain. Okay, So let's go back to the Odoo form view and see now the status bar is properly visible because of the duplication field. This was not appear properly. Okay, now we can also set some visibility of specific status, that for example you don't want to show the cancel status all the time, you just want to show the cancel status only when the record is in the cancel state. So in that case you can use one property, that is status bar visible, and you can list out the state that you want to display always. So I will go back to the editor first, and here in the form view status bar I will apply status visible or visible status. Let me check to the Odoo standard accounting view. It is status bar equal to visible. Okay, so here it's not a status, it's a status bar underscore visible, and I will list out the state that I want to make visible always. That one is the draft, second is in progress, third is complete. Let me see if it's a complete or completed. Yeah, it's completed. Let me check if I have given correctly. Yeah, okay, it's completed. Okay, so these three status will be visible. Now I will restart my service and upgrade the module through the terminal, and meanwhile we will move to the Firefox. So you guys can see, we can only see these three status for all records, but whenever any record is in cancelled state, then these three state plus cancelled state will be visible. Okay, but how to move from one state to another state, that we will be seeing how with the buttons. Once we will go through the button and functions, in that session we will see, and in Odoo version 14. Okay, so what we have covered today, we have enhanced the form view. Tomorrow we will also improve the profile picture. We will use some standard class of Odoo that will make this image look more better. Let's quickly do that, as we have a time of 10 minutes. So first of all I will go to context. I will show you how I want to set the image. So I will install the contact app first. And I will search in the Odoo standard editor in the base module for the partner view. Okay, so I will search the XML res partner, which is adding the profile image, where we will find the class, which class we should use that will make our image look more better. So I will search for res partner. or I can simply write an image original data. Let's see, our module is installed. We will quickly find out from the view itself. Yes, contact module is installed, and as we are in debug mode already, we can easily open the code from the debug mode of any form view. So I will open any of the form view, and here we can see the image looks like much better than our screen. So I will go to edit mode, edit form view, and we will see what are the classes and parameters applied to that image. The image field name is image 9020. The widget that we apply, that is image. What we have not applied is the class, that is OE avatar. So whenever you are taking any profile photo, you should take this OE avatar, that will make the standard size of your photographs. And here we can see the preview image, that is, when you click on it, it will show you the preview of the image. This is also an optional. So let's copy this part and use it in our profile photo. Okay. Let's go back to our editor. Where is the profile photo? Here is our profile photo. So two more things we have taken here, that is class OE avatar and the option preview image equal to 128. Let's see how it looks like. I will restart and update the module. I will go back to typical training and edit. Now you can see the profile picture looks much better than the earlier screen. So we will download some pictures. Let me download one photo and edit. Upload the photo. Save. This look much better, but we can change the position of this field also. We can put it somewhere on the left side of the screen. Why this disappear? Okay, I understand. As we have in the preview, we have not used our field. Maybe it's preview image 125. Let me take if it's field as a binary field. Okay, I will find out the reason of these fields, why it does not appear, and will explain you in the next lecture that how, what was the issue with that. But this is the standard parameter in the image file when you take in any avatar field. Let me take you to the editor first. These are the important parameter that you will set widget equal to image, class equal to avatar, and option equal to preview image. These are the key things you should take first on the field of image field. And today we have not able to finish the HTML and some text field because we don't want to go much faster, but we will cover every single thing that is mentioned in the course content. So this is it for today. And what we have seen today, we have expanded the form view with the group sections and how we can give the titles of different groups and how we can divide a screen in two sections that we have seen. And then we have added a search view with the filters. Group by cannot be added at this moment as we have not relational field started, but group by we will cover when we will add some many to one field which is relational field, because only the group by is applied to those fields. And for the relational field we have total 2 special days to cover all these relational fields, so we can't go very faster to finish the search view completely. So search view is not finished yet. There are some more things that we can pass through the context. By using context we can pass some default filters name that will be triggered automatically when you click on the menu. So that part we will also cover later once we will go through the advanced parameter of actions. Right now we have just covered a very basic parameter of actions. Alright, and in the field level we will see how we can optimize our existing data or code. Right now we have just simply added all this address informations, but by using Odoo standard, RES partner and user, we can optimize our existing code for the addresses and for the rest things that we are going to add later. Okay, alright, so thank you very much for being patient and attending the sessions, and we'll keep continue our training with all more content and each and every example in a proper detailed way. Alright, and we'll try to resolve the problem of the resolution and the voice trouble that is creating a problem for few people. But hopefully if you at least can hear me and see the screen, don't miss these sections. It is very important and key sections to start advanced development. Alright, so thank you. Thank you all for listening me.